BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Jordan Hopper, checking out some of the games he's got. And here's one that I really want to talk about because I've gotten a chance to play it. And that's Barrage. So we're talking Euro games here, Steve. But Barrage was different, Jordan. And I want to see if you had the same experience.
Yeah, I liked Barrage. It reminded me some of Russian Railroads a little bit with the worker placement, and yeah, just the player interaction aspect of it, I think is super fun because it has the tendency to be a little mean because you can totally mess up someone's entire plan.
Give Steve the elevator pitch. What's that high level?
Yeah.
What's Barrage?
Yeah. So Barrage, you're setting up hydroelectric dams along some waterways.
Super common theme. A million of those games out there.
All the time you see these hydroelectric themed. So you've got these 4 rivers, and I just got the 5th player expansion, so in that one I think there's 5 rivers. But anyways, so the water's going to run down these different pathways, and depending on where you have your hydroelectric dam set up, the water's going to get stopped, and then you have to have turbines built that will generate electricity, and the more electricity you generate, the more points you're going to get. And then there are different, like all these different tubes and pipes and things. If you send your water through this particular dam, it's going to send water in. It might send something into a different river, so it'll take water away from whoever might have a dam further down that particular river, and you can set it up and kind of combo yourself into having, I've got a dam here, and now this will feed into my other dam, and I can just, rack up some more hydroelectric energy. But then someone could maybe build up further upriver and say, actually, I'm going to stop your whole gravy train, and I'm going to set up my own thing.
And that's a great feeling when people do that, Steve. It's a terrible, terrible. Hey, Nick,
drink your milkshake.
Yeah, here's your milkshake. Nick's checking in. You want to play it? By the way, Nick, Adam has it. So next time we get together at BGG Con, this is Adam's version, and Adam goes to BGG Con every year. They have it. So that you hit the nail on the head, Jordan. You saw how he described. He didn't describe mechanics of the little wheel or the delays whenever you put your workers in and you have to wait for them to come out. He focused on the fact that it really feels like building dams. That's what really hit me with this game, Steve. Barrage is, somebody said, who was it? Evan said, this is another Power Grid. Okay, Power Grid is Math Puzzle, the math game, which I like, by the way. It's fine. I actually like Power Grid, but it's Math Puzzle, the math game. Barrage has all that, absolutely. But it tricks you into thinking you are this hydroelectric baron. And the water droplets are actually coming down. And all of a sudden, by the end of the game, Jordan, you actually see the water coming down. Like I can visualize how the power plant and the water and how is it stopping up. And oh no, Jordan's going to put that down. I'm telling you, when Adam messed me up in the last round, I could see it coming. It's a terrible feeling, terrible feeling.
And it's like one of those things, like there's nothing you can do about, like there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Right. Water and other things flow downhill.
You could play better. You could play better is what Adam would tell me. But that's what I was so impressed that I don't know how they did it, but all of the actions really feel thematic. So it goes back to what Jason Dinger says. Jason says, hey, what do I want to accomplish in the game? I want to do fishing. Okay, what mechanic supports that? Rather than somebody saying, oh, here's this cool little mechanic. Let me put on top of it farming and sheep and something else.
Right.
Right. Barrage doesn't. Barrage feels like
the theme happen. No, let the theme happen.
Exactly. Barrage feels like someone who said, I wonder what it would be like if we could, stop water and see what happened with that. And then started building out from there. I might be totally wrong. They may have just come up with mechanics and then pasted it on, but it didn't feel like that. Like, how would you get zombies out of the Barrage mechanics? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't. But I even like kind of like what you said too. Like it seems thematic. Like when you have the mixers and the machines that you're using to build things, like those. When you use those, they're not like a resource that you're spending. they're allocated to do a job, and it takes them a certain amount of time to do the job, and then you get them back once you're done.
It's a cool, but it's a very frustrating mechanic.
Yeah.
Cool down is fun when you're playing, Funkaverse. It's really bad whenever you really just need one more mixer and it's 4 turns away.
Right.
Oh, that's really frustrating. So I got to ask you about something though. The copy that you see on the screen right now is Adam's version, and he and I were a little disappointed. The water droplets were beautiful to look at, impossible to play with. They got stuck everywhere. So
Really?
I've heard that the designer, and also the boards didn't quite fit. So it was kind of disjointed a little bit. It almost feels like, I forget who the publisher is, that they almost
Cranio.
Oh, this is a Cranio game? Okay. Well, they know what they're doing. I think they just bit off a little bit more than they could chew on this game.
Yeah.
Have you fixed it, or have they fixed it? I heard some rumors that they were going to try to rectify that.
Yeah, and I'm digging through my box now.
Oh, look, while he's doing that, Steve, there's that mechanic. Let me solo in.
Pull that up.
Yeah, so those are the little dump trucks and the little mixers and all the cranes. They go into that wheel, and then each time you do something, you get to turn the wheel, but you don't get back the resource. It's like the resources. You're spinning your resources, and you don't get them back for a certain number of turns, depending on how powerful your action is. Oh, it's neat, but it's very frustrating.
Actually seems to capture the idea of a turbine. When hearing you talk about this and seeing it on the screen, problems included, makes me wonder what some folks like Thinker and Themer would say about this, because it seems like it is a massively heavy mechanical game that is really representing a theme very well. It could be immersive.
What's up, Mick? Hey, Mick. Jordan's here, your fellow Omahan. The city's so clean you could eat off the streets, and I've actually done that. And Jordan's representing the fan, Mick.
Yeah, show Jordan. There it is.
He's got his OFPG there on. Yeah, so Jordan, you were going to tell us.
So yeah, I think the version that you are showing there, that is the Kickstarter, the deluxe.
Okay.
And they have, I think that one was even the one they had like a three-dimensional board, like the higher up you go on the river, like the board is physically raised. Like that's really cool, but those water droplets are the absolute worst.
Yeah, the version gaps between the boards.
Yeah.
The version I have, these are more the water droplets but they're not those. They're more just like your traditional like wooden bit water droplet.
Steve, imagine those little things that my little grandbabies, they're like little bedazzled things.
Yeah.
That's what the water droplets were. Little bedazzled jewels.
Completely flat on one side, and then like raised, but like smooth enough that you can't really get a grip on them.
And pointed in the corner, so anytime it got stuck in a river or I guess a lake more, it would get stuck in the cardboard. Oh, so frustrating.
That's a shame.
Did it mar my experience? Absolutely not. That's just little ticky-tacky things. Barrage blew my brain the first 2 rounds. I had no idea what I was doing. And in the last 2 rounds, I'm going, oh my God, it's one of the most thematic Euros I've ever played. It was very impressive, but not an entry-level game to me, Jordan. It's a lot heavier than Concordia.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's one of the heavier games in my collection. It's definitely one of those ones, like you said, like I need to have had 2 or 3 cups of coffee, a full breakfast. Like I need to be primed and ready for this one.